Well, good morning. It is Sunday, so that means Butch and I are heading out to find a camp spot. We are currently airing down. We are heading over to Parker Canyon Lake, just over the Huachuca Mountains. Been there before but never camped. The biggest reason for never camping there is because in the summertime it's just too hot and there's not really a lot of shade, so it's just not a pleasant experience. But today the high is only supposed to be about 72, should be about 55 at night, which should be very comfortable. So we'll see how that goes, but we'll finish airing down. We stopped, got fuel, got a few snacks. Butch, you want to say good morning? You want to say good morning? Are you done? Yeah, see? You're a brat. Let everybody know you're a brat. Well, as you can see, Butch is ready to get on the trails. So we will check in with you later. So we just finished trying to get some drone footage of some of the water that you rarely see in this part of the country. And I'm also trying out a new mic for the GoPros. I recently got the DJI mic set. So I'm really not quite sure exactly how to use it, but I did look at the quick guide. It appears that it's connected So we'll see if indeed it is working as it should be working. But I guess the only way to really know what you're doing with it is to try it out, play around with it, and see what happens. So we're going to continue on towards Parker Canyon Lake. We'll see what else we can come across, and hopefully we'll find something cool to get some footage of. But if not, it's still a gorgeous and beautiful day. So we'll check in with you later. So we just got to camp, got the tent set up, getting ready to set up Starlink. And what's really annoying is somebody last night, or that stayed here last night, had a fire, which is totally fine. But as you can, well, you may not be able to see on the video, it's still smoldering and it is still hot. So people just really annoy me when they do that. But campsite set up, nothing too fancy. Brought the small tent. There is a little bit of shade, but it's really not that hot. So Butch is finding grass, obviously. Butch, quit. So we'll continue to get things set up and then maybe go down, check out the lake here in a little bit. So one of the last videos I made, for some reason the video footage wouldn't work when I got home. But ever since I've been doing this, I've been using a cooler and ice. And anyone that has been using ice in a cooler knows you get about maybe 12 hours if you're lucky. Maybe a little bit longer if you keep the cooler closed all the time, but you know, you open it and shut it to get things out. So you usually end up with a bunch of water in the cooler and your food is all soggy and wet. So I finally was able to upgrade. This is a bodega and it has two compartments, two separate compartments, and you can have either freezer or refrigerator, you know, freezer both sides, or refrigerator both sides, or freezer both sides. You can really do whatever you want with it, and it truly has been a game changer. And the nice thing is there's a 12-volt plug right here in the back of the Jeep, so I can just plug it in and enjoy it. It's supposed to have a battery with it, but it seems like every time I turn it off, it turns the cooler off, or turns the refrigerator off. So I'll have to do some more research on that, see just exactly how that works. But overall, I am very satisfied with it. It's been a great investment. Butch and I are going to have a lunch meat sandwich. That's usually what we bring on these little camping trips because they're easy, quick. But yeah, I wanted to show you my new refrigerator setup. So can't say enough good about it. So what a game changer. So quick update. The refrigerator doesn't seem to be as cold as it was. It's supposed to have an internal battery, so I didn't have it plugged in for a bit, but not sure what's going on with that. So I've currently got it plugged back into the Jeep. We're just gonna sit in the Jeep, let it run for 20-30 minutes, see if it's cooled back down. But very interesting. So we'll see what happens with it. So we are just down the way from the campsite. Butch, we thought we would come down to the lake. Check things out. Gotta turn the camera around. Again, I would call this a pond, not so much a lake, but it is what it is. So the campsite is just up that way. So pretty cool. Be nice to have a kayak, come out here and check things out. Pretty cool. Good spot to hang out. Quick update on the refrigerator. So apparently you might have to have the engine on for the refrigerator to cool down, because once I sat in the car with the engine on and plugged in, the temperature on the refrigerator went back down to its 34 degrees that I had it set at. So that's good news. So it's about 4:30. Temperatures are in the mid 70s. Butch is relaxing. Let's see if I can get him. He's just chilling out, looking for weeds to eat. But not gonna do much the rest of the day. Just gonna kind of relax, have a campfire later. Should be perfect temperature overnight, about 55. So it should be a really nice evening. So just a nice day to relax. You probably cannot see it on the video, but there are 3 deer kind of right in the middle of the picture here, just grazing on some of this tall grass. I don't know if I can zoom in on this thing or not. I'm sure there's a way to do it, but I think I have to be connected to the phone. But yeah, there's 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's 4 over there. Very cool. But you probably can't see it because I'm just too far away. But if they move closer in, I'll get some more footage. So Butch has noticed the 4 deer across the campsite over there. He's just staring at him. Well, I guess he decided to lay down and stare at him. Keep watch over the camp. But as you can see, the sun has set. Got a nice fire going. It has cooled off quite a bit. It's not cold or even chilly. It's just pretty comfortable. So I think sleeping tonight will be very good sleeping weather. I don't think I'll get too cold. Definitely will not be hot. But yeah, that's about it. We've just been hanging out, relaxing. The bugs have come out. But other than that, it has been a very nice evening. So we'll check in with you later. Well, good morning. We are all packed up. We are heading out. Probably got about an hour-ish to home. We're gonna go the back way and then we'll air up and then head on home. It was really a good night. Temperature was fantastic. Butch slept really well. I slept well. Of course, Butch never wants to leave. Good morning, Butch. Good morning. What are you doing? Are you gonna say good morning? Butch, are you gonna say good morning? Why are you shaking? Huh? I guess he's in one of his moods. Anyway, stick around, we'll check in later. So we are back to pavement. We are airing up. Gonna head home. Probably get cleaned up a little bit and then have a few errands to run today. But overall, it was a nice quick overnight trip. Not sure what we'll do next weekend, but a few weekends from now, Chris and I and the 3 dogs are heading up to Lakeside, Arizona. We've got a cabin on the, again, I would call it a pond, but on the lake up there. Should be a pretty good trip. It should be a lot cooler. I doubt we'll run into any snow, but you never know. But Butch, you want to say goodbye? You want to say goodbye? Huh? Say goodbye. You gonna say goodbye? Thanks for joining. Thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so. Give us a thumbs up, and we'll see you next time.